Hi, I'm David Percival. I'm one of the used cars appraisers at Milton Rubin, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Toyota, and Chevrolet. I actually work out of the Chevrolet building. What we're going to do is something that we actually started a few months ago, and that was we said we was going to go over the trade appraisal value or valuation and how do we come to our numbers and different things, and we were going to do a whole series. Needless to say, with everything going on in this crazy world, we weren't able to actually complete it, so we decided to start over and let's do it now. So today we're going to talk about your trade walk around. Next week we're going to do a KBB trade evaluation and see how you come up with KBB numbers. The following week we're going to do Black Book versus NADA. Then we're going to do how to determine the value of your trade-in. And lastly, what's my car value, trade-in versus ACV. So we got 5 weeks that we're going to do this starting today. Today we're going to talk about the walk around on the appraisal. What are we looking for? What do we look at? So this way, if you're getting ready to trade a vehicle, maybe you can pick up a few tips of what to do in order to get more value out of your trade-in. So what generally happens when a vehicle is set up for trade-in, your sales associate puts it in the computer, they push it over to a system called vAuto, which causes it to populate on my cell phone. They'll bring me the keys to let me know the vehicle's there. I'm going to come out to look at your vehicle. Generally where I'm going to start on the vehicle is somewhere on the front end. Then I'm going to start taking pictures of it, and I'll hit the front corner, I'll hit the front panel, then I'll hit down the side. What I'm really looking at in the front part, are the headlights cloudy? Are there really bad road rash or chips in the front end or in your hood? And is any of the features that we're looking at right here cracked or needed to be replaced? As you can see on this particular vehicle, headlights look fantastic. The grille in front end has not been cracked. There's a little bug spot right here. It's actually a little bug chip. It's not bad. On a pre-owned vehicle, we expect little things like this. We're going to take care of that during our reconditioning process. As I look down the vehicle, I look down the vehicle to see if I see door dings, major scratches, anything such as that. Look at the wheel to see if there's any wheel rash where maybe you've hit a curb. I'll come down to the driver's seat. At that point, I'll open the door. I'll take a few more pictures. I'll get a picture of the odometer. And what I really like to do is get a picture of the options of the vehicle. So when I go in and I'm looking at the book value, the books are supposed to decode all your options by your VIN number, but sometimes it'll miss an option. And I want to make sure we get you the most for your vehicle. So in doing so, I want to make sure that if the VIN didn't decode correctly, I went back and put those options in for us. I'm also going to start the vehicle, make sure the air conditioning works, make sure the windows go up and down, listen to see if I hear any odd motor noises. I'm going to put the vehicle in gear for a couple of reasons. I'm going to start with reverse to see if I hear any weird noises when putting it in gear. But I also want to see if you have a backup camera. A backup camera is a very hot feature for when we go to resell a vehicle these days. Place it in park. This vehicle, the air conditioner's already blowing cold. There's no noises. Put it into gear. Now I'm going to turn that wheel all the way to the left. Turn the vehicle off and get ready to step out. In doing so, the first thing I do now is get a picture of the front tire. In looking at the tire, I'll look to see if there's any odd wear on just the outside of the tires, and then how much depth is let in the tire. I generally have a tire gauge with me. If not, the way we learned to do it many years ago was with a penny, turning him upside down, and see if we get all the way down to Lincoln's forehead into that penny. That usually tells you once you get that deep, there's at least 50% tire wear or more left. Once it goes through the shop, the technician will actually put it on a machine that will measure the exact depth of that tire gauge, right down to the 30 seconds. Next, we're going to open up the back door of the vehicle. Make sure there's no rips or tears into the back seat. Look at the headliner, make sure there's no stains in the headliner. Certain vehicles will have third row. If it does, we want to make sure we get that and take a picture of that as well. Then I generally take another picture from this angle that goes down the vehicle. When it does from this angle going down the vehicle, then what I immediately pick up is this door ding. that I did not see from the front of the vehicle. Secondly, there's some body damage right here. Now, in looking at it, you have to put your hands on it and feel it. Is it a dent or is it just a rash? It looks like something rubbed it. In feeling it, I feel no body damage. So what I can do is then have the paint and body shop come in here and make this go away. You can feel it with your fingernail. So this will have to be painted. This cannot be just buffed. So when I'm looking at doing the appraisal to fix something like this, it's probably about $200. So it has to be figured into the appraisal. Then I'll come to the back of the vehicle, look to see if it has a tow package. Roof rails being an SUV, I will get pictures of the roof rails. Make sure there's no dents, no scratches into the back. On an SUV, one of the common things to look for is right in here. For someone parking in some of the smaller garages, it will hit a garage door, and sometimes there'll be dents and scratches in here. If it's a car, a lot of times what we're looking for is this back piece here. If it doesn't have any protection, it's just your bumper. A lot of people, for some reason, will sit stuff on it and then slide it into the back of the vehicle, and they'll actually take the paint off right through here on a lot of cars. So that's one of the things that we look for. Come around to this side, I do the same thing. I take a picture up the side, I look down the side of the vehicle, looking for scratches, dents, dings, any uneven wear. I don't see anything on this particular side. I look at the wheels. I have a small scuff on the wheel right there, nothing bad. I look at the rear tires to see how the wear is on it. It looks like it matches the front. Looks like this particular person has rotated their tires roughly every 5,000 miles to maximize their wear and tear and wear and even. And then I come on up to the front of the vehicle to the point where I get all the way back to my starting point. At that point in time, I like to usually, if I can, step back, just take one last look at the vehicle and see how would this vehicle look sitting on our lot. This particular vehicle, third row, leather, navigation, great tires. This is a great vehicle to have on our lot. So this is a vehicle that once I get done putting everything together, putting in my system, I know I already want to pay. Once I figure what the value of the vehicle is, I want to pay an additional $500 for this particular vehicle because of what it brings to the value of the lot. This is a vehicle that we need. This is a vehicle that sells quickly, being third row SUV, actually has 48,000 miles, so it's under 50,000 miles, still under factory warranty. So it has a lot of pluses that's going to make this vehicle a positive for Milton Ruben. So this is kind of vehicle that we're going to pay top dollar for. Like I said, got some little damages, nothing huge, but that's kind of how we walk around the vehicle, look at the vehicle before we actually decide what the vehicle's worth. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, list it below. We'll definitely get back with you. If you want to come in and us do this together, I'd gladly do it on your vehicle. We can do a pre-appraisal to your appraisal. If you know you're looking at trading in a few months, come in, let's talk about your car. Let me show you what we do. And then you can say, okay, let me go get that spot fixed. What is my vehicle worth? And that way we can maximize your trade value. If you have any questions, call us here at the dealership. Put the comments below. We'd love to hear from you.